Just an update. Lately, maybe 2, 3 weeks ago, my condition, sleep time, did deteriorate really sharp, and I tried to imagine exactly what was something new in what I was doing, or but just could not figure out. But it's just really, really terrible, and this has been going on for, I think it's the worst days were like the last maybe 10 days or so, and I just completely lost all I managed to do with, like I say, Narbido's diet and plenty other things. So this, say, 10 to 12 days or so, when I sleep, my nostrils get blocked completely. My throat, tongue, mouth, completely dry, and basically they start drying soon after I lay down, really just very fast. And through the night, it's just, I feel like I have a piece of wood in my mouth, and I keep drinking water. I just keep drinking water whenever I wake up at night. I wake up. I do have insomnia, but I also wake up maybe every hour or so. Keep drinking water, but it doesn't feel like it helps at all. I did not have, strangely, I did not have, especially the last days, last nights, did not have that suffocation feeling and anxiety, but despite this, what actually happened is that I had a spike in blood pressure, so I feel my heart is not just beating hard, it's really pulsing. And when I take my press on vein here on hand, you can also press on your neck, I feel really the pressure of the blood is really strong. So this means high blood pressure. I don't know how high, but it doesn't really matter at this point. So the heart is reacting to this. And also I had moments when I was sitting on a side and wake up, the heart was feeling just like weird, just not okay. So yes, it's just it's not fun. And the fact that, oh yes, this is the physical part. Now the, I would say, mental or emotional reaction to this, and I cannot tell if it's not really like something that I react to, these symptoms. It's not really a reaction of mine, it's something emotional response, if you want. It's really just like another state. Look, on top of the physical part, there is a state, a feeling that I have at those moments. And this I'm talking about when I wake up at night. And by the way, this happens, so I may go to sleep and I may wake up 2-3 hours later, so I already feel like this. So that piece of sleep, it's quite short to make me until I wake up and I feel this reaction, body reaction. So I don't feel anything when I go back to when I go to sleep or during the day. I just do not feel any problem. My nostrils are not just unblocked, but also quite wet. So I don't have problems during the day, but it's really a night that it's a wreck. And like I said, so on top of this physical, I put on a video on my computer with forest sounds, so maybe if you hear birds from there. So I'd say that on top of these physical reactions, which are powerful and unsettling, basically, and destabilizing, I feel really emotionally just like I'm dying. It's just, I feel it's a feeling of death. I cannot explain this. It's not the whole night, it's moments in the night. I can tell you in one way that at those moments in night, it's just like I'm on a, so mentally, I think I'm okay. I don't know, the mental, I'm reasoning just like I'm reasoning now. It's not, I don't have a state, some strange mental state. So that's why I think that what I'm saying now, it's some sort of valid, you know, it's not, I'm not hallucinating or something like this. But I feel like those moments when I feel like it's like death somehow. I cannot put other words, right? So it's impossible to name something. This is really, I feel like this. I feel like I'm dying, and it's not necessarily. Yes, it's because of the physical reaction of the body, which is so intense, but also it's just a feeling that I have. And those moments, I can tell you that I'm so shocked at those moments at night that I know that the next day I will be just like I'm now, alive and just going by my day and just like a lively person, a person who is alive, normal, and just go do things and just eat and whatever else. So I'm so shocked in those moments of night that I know the next day I'm going to be fine. I just do not understand that in those moments, how is going to happen that I come back to life during the day, that I will be normal again. It's so shocking for me. It's just, I don't know how to explain this. It makes no sense. It's like, let's just put something like, symbolically speaking, it's like being on Mars and you think in 2 hours you will be back on Earth. It's something else. And yeah, it's not fun, but that's how it is. And again, I cannot explain what's happening. Maybe something physical that maybe it's a blood clot somewhere. Maybe the heart is failing somehow. However, like I said, during the day I just don't feel anything. Also, in my opinion, this very deep dryness, mouth and so on, may be related to, maybe I'll try to just imagine answers here, maybe a lower blood volume. And the rest of the reaction would be explained by this lower blood volume, like the body no longer works properly, the heart either, because if the heart fails, there is no, giving an example, if there is lower blood volume, let's say you have 70% of your blood or 80%, well, the heart will pump like normal, but will not feel the normal reaction, the normal, if you want, pressure from the volume of the blood. It's just imagine it like you try to pass, I don't know how to say it. If you try to blow through a small straw is one thing, you need to force. Now if you try to blow through a thicker straw, it flows so easy, so there is no back pressure. So the heart, I think, feels there is less volume of blood, and that makes perhaps the heart just working abnormally, if you want. But also I can tell you, but this is just a theory, right? So this last thing that I said, just one of my ideas. I'm not a doctor. But one of the things that I did notice is, so I do volunteer at a place 2 hours a day, a couple of days a week. And that place, it's one of the rooms there is very warm. They heat it up. And when this last 2 weeks condition started, whenever I go in a place that it's heated up, it's summer, it's winter time and it's very cold outside here in Canada. So whenever I am in a warm room with warm air, I feel like I feel that air in my lungs. I cannot explain you how completely different. Before I didn't feel, I mean, I feel it's a warm air someplace, but now I feel like someone is pumping hot air inside my lungs. Now it's not hot, but just to give you an example, somehow I feel like that warm air is really punching in my lungs somehow. And this is again something that happened very in the last 2 weeks or so, never before. So I resent that hot air. It's not hot really. I ask other people in the area, which are happen to be also old people, that I said, do you have a problem breathing this air? And the lady said, she's like, I don't know, 70 something. She said, no, I feel fine. So to me, breathing that warm air is just feeling like someone is blowing hot air into my lungs. I cannot describe exactly this thing. So my lungs became basically almost within a few days very sensitive to hot air, and I cannot, again, hot air, warm air from room heating. It's just a regular room. It's not a kitchen or something like this. I cannot explain this sudden, very sharp sensitivity of my lungs towards this kind of warm air inside the building. It could be inside the grocery. It could be I was at my bank 2 days ago, and I just sitting those 10 minutes there waiting. I wanted to run outside just because the air was warm like this. Something didn't feel right for me. So this change in the way my lungs kind of react to warm air, I cannot explain this. This happened exactly during this last 2-3 weeks period. I cannot explain what happened to get, because if you think lungs, if there is any kind of change, physical change inside your lungs, it cannot happen this fast, right? So it will happen through months, years, but not so fast. I have no idea what's going on. Yes, so I did struggle really bad with this, and I also did increase my water consumption during this period. Try to kind of do something about it, but it doesn't really feel like it helps. One of the things that kind of sort of gave a relief was that now I sleep. I put a video on my channel. I have a large pot with water. I have an electric burner in the room, and I just fill that with water, plenty of water, and just kind of warming up. It's not boiling. Boiling is going to, I could do it perhaps, but I just want to kind of spread this through the night. So I just want to humidify the room this way, so I get those vapor from water. So I did so. Even during the day right now I have a humidifier, but the humidifiers don't really humidify the room. That's why I'm boiling water, but I keep it at night, the whole night. And also I basically no longer heat the room, so it's around, I'm not sure Fahrenheit, you can search on Google, it's around 15-16 degrees. I keep through the day, through the night in the room, so it's barely heated up, so it doesn't dry the air more. So this kind of humidity kind of helped. I started last night only, but there's so much I can do. This is really the only thing I can do about these things. Also, I didn't talk about this because it's kind of, it's not the funniest part. I did say in other videos about constipation, and I had episodes where constipation is related to this body dehydration, like I explained in other videos, because the intestine, if you want the intestine to have the food travel inside the intestine has to be wet, fully, the mucosa has to be very wet. And if it's dry because your body is dehydrated or you are lacking blood volume, then that mucosa is no longer dry, so it gets the mother of all constipation. And this is also you know, you put all those things and then you put this thing here on top of it, and it's just, you know, people have limits, I guess. So yes, and that's why I eat a lot of cabbage. Now I added also fiber to my diet on top of the cabbage, so I'm really pushing these things. Drink a lot of water, but let's see how the body will react. I'm going to how to say, to schedule this video. I'm going to schedule it in to appear maybe 1 or 2 weeks from today. See how it goes till then. Well, you know, at some point I guess the body has limits, so you can do so much to help. So if there are limits, well, you need to accept them, and I fully accept the limits, and that's how it is. Thanks for watching, and good luck for you.